Okay, so welcome to uh welcome to this video. This is a video review of the Fortune Builders Mastery Program. And I just wanted to follow up with a video because I'm in the real estate space, I'm in the marketing space, and video marketing is very powerful these days. And I also know that some people will appreciate video content more than they appreciate reading actual content. So what we're going to do is I'm going to switch over to the blog. This has become pretty popular on my website, the Fortune Builders Mastery Review. I'm going to update that review as well a little bit after the video. So let's switch over to the screen, and then I'm just going to walk you through some of the program, and we're going to talk about that. I'm going to explain my experience with the Fortune Builders program and other programs out there for anybody that is interested in investing in real estate and gaining some kind of community or mentorship around investing in real estate. All right, so let's begin. This is the article and this is what it looks like. I believe that I purchased or that I not purchased, that I published this article May 29th, 2020. It could have been a little bit sooner, it could have been a little bit afterward, but this is the article. And I was going through uh, a blogging program, a marketing program, and they told me to write a blog around something that I care about. And this was at the time what I really cared about. And I wasn't expecting as much attention as it's getting. So I want to go through and update this and also do a video on it. So is the Fortune Builders program a scam or legit? That's basically what people are asking when they stumble upon this article and this review. And by the time you watch this, all of this entire article, it will be updated and more relevant to today's time. So this is a year old. It's time for me to update it. And the bottom line is I come in here and I let you know, is the Fortune Builders program a scam? That's what people are asking. They want to know how much it costs or, if it actually works. And in my experience, no. So you can see here, like I share with you on the screen, the Fortune Builders program is not a scam. It's not a scam. It's a legit program, and they have some great and excellent success stories. The reason why I wrote this entire article around it is because in my personal experience, I think that most people can find a different or a better way to do this without necessarily using or without needing all of those expenses. So, in my experience, I am on the board of directors for a RIA group and other RIA groups. And what a RIA is it's a real estate investment association. So, if anything, if you're interested in real estate, one of the first things that you should go do is there's a local real estate investment association either in where you live or where you want to invest. So go and scope out that local real estate investment association. A lot of times they'll do free events so you can see if you'll like it or not. They do free events and they do them about once a month. It varies with each program. However, go try it out. So if you're interested in spending money and gathering a community and resources around you on how you can increase your wealth with real estate, join a RIA. So REIA, join a real estate investment association. So that's the quick and dirty on what you should do if you're interested in investing in your real estate education. That's one of the first things that you should do. Like this Fortune Builders, these seminars and these webinars that you get, they might be great compliments in addition to that RIA. However, you should start small. I like to start bite size. So go out and find a RIA. A lot of times these are really cheap. You can go out and you can find it for $25 a month. I see some at $200 for the year, some at $300 for a year. It is very cheap compared to this Fortune Builders Mastery program, right? In my experience, I've been dealing with, and we get customers through the door in some of these RIA groups. And by the time these customers come through the door, they have already spent, tens of thousands of dollars on coaching programs. So I'm not saying that there's not a place for paying. However, you can and you will probably be better off if you go to a local real estate investment association first, or you invest in some kind of boot camp that was referred to you by someone that's already within real estate. And something cool is that a lot of real estate investors, they'll offer you mentorship for free if you're willing to do some groundwork, right? So by the time you get to this article, what I'm going to do is I'm going to update some of my preferred RIAs, real estate investment associations, and some of them will be local to you, some of them will not. But I'm going to put in the ones that I recommend the most. So here we talked about like the if you're like interested in that Fortune Builders real estate seminar, right, or that coaching, the way it normally works, and this is a lot of like what do we call them? We call them retail education workshops. They will get you in the door, and that's what you're supposed to do with marketing. They'll get you in the door at a very low price or a very cheap price, right? So in my experience, programs like this, as well as Rich Dad Poor Dad, they will begin their marketing. And the marketing and the objective is to get you in the door for a very low cost or free. So in my experience, the Fortune Builders program, it's free. You get in the door for free, right? And you attend the workshop and you're even allowed to bring a friend with you. That's all free. And then they'll of course they deliver value, they deliver excellent value. They tell you what you can do and what you can do within real estate and what you need, the different tools you need. It tells you about all what you need to do, right? But by the end of it, you can see I highlighted here. By the end of it, they have and I like to call this the value ladder. So what you're doing is you're ascending up their value ladder, and they give you a ton of value, which is excellent on the very low end. But then we're all in business, so be aware that they're going to make you an offer. And some people like to say they're going to sell to you, so that's a better way to put it. They're going to make you an offer. So you get in and you do that free thing for that limited amount of time, and then they're going to make you another offer. And what that offer is typically is they offer you a weekend workshop. So on the weekend workshop, you can pay $99, and I believe you're allowed to bring a friend to that weekend workshop too. So again, it's like it's a very very small, very minimum price, and the more you invest, like once you spend your money somewhere, psychologically you're ready to spend more money, right? My issue with this is the price jumps up pretty steep. Okay, and these are not my words, but this is what I hear from other people. They call them snake oil salesmen. And in what I've seen, the common experience is once you go through the free workshop and then you go through the weekend workshop, at the end of the weekend workshop, they'll make that offer to you. So they make that offer, and I could be incorrect about this, but that offer, it comes at a five-digit price point. So I've heard some people pay 15,000. I've heard some people pay 30,000. I've heard people pay up to 50,000 to get into that program. And I'm not sure exactly what that program entails. I believe it includes some coaching, some mentorship, and some partnership. I don't know in great detail what it is, but this is my experience. And if you are interested in real estate and you are willing to spend $30,000, $50,000 on real estate education, at that point, and I'm not trying to take business away, but at that point, I believe it's time for you to actually invest in real estate. And you can do that by teaming up with what we talked about earlier, one of those real estate investment associations. So if you go to those real estate investment associations and you attend and you interact with the people in the room and you have, $15,000, $30,000 or $50,000, you are a partner. You then become a partner and you have power, and you can learn, you can invest with a person that's involved in that real estate investment association. You can get involved in the transaction. And guess what? If you bring money to the table, that other partner, they're more than willing to allow you to learn with them along the way. So I don't have an issue with the Fortune Builders program. My issue is if you're able to spend that amount of money as a user, you should be able to get involved with a local or any any real estate professional and start investing immediately, because that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money to invest into a program, and then some people come out at the back end and they've never made any progress based on that program. And I don't know if it's their fault or it's the fault of Fortune Builders or some of these other programs. I don't know. I'm not here to judge that. My beef with the fee, the coaching fee, is that you can go straight to real estate investing if you do it correctly. And by the time you get to this article, It will be updated with links and resources on how you can do that in a smart and efficient way without spending that 15, 30, or $50,000 just to get in the program. And there's like no guarantee, or you don't know what you learn. The best way to learn about anything is to actually do it, to be involved. Okay. So I forget exactly what the quote is, but they say, let's go to Google. I'm going to find that quote and then I'll put it in the article as well, just so you can see it. Okay. So here's how the quote goes, and I want you to listen to this because this is what makes a lot of sense, right? So as a if you're going to spend that amount of money, I just want you to think about this. This is an excellent quote. Tell me, I forget. Teach me, and I may remember. Involve me, and I learn. So that's why I want you to take your money and I want you to go get involved with somebody that's actually doing this business so you can actually learn the business. You can learn the business and you can do a couple of deals with this person and then you're off to the races and you got all the education that you needed to do. And then if you're like, hey, you know what? Let me go to Fortune Builders and get some more education. Then you can do that. But I want you to do it very diligently. If you're going to spend this money, you have 15, 30, $50,000 to spend on getting started in real estate, do it a more efficient way. Okay. So here's where we go in. And remember, I was telling you a little bit about the pricing. This 20 to $40,000, you can get started directly in real estate without going through coaching for this amount of money. And if you want to spend this amount of money, I actually have a great mentor, a great real estate mentor that you should consult with and speak to. And all you got to do is reach out to me. I will make sure I put a link to that resource in this video as well as this blog article that you're stumbling across. There are plenty of opportunities for you if you have 20 to 50,000, 15, 30, $50,000. If you got that much money and you want to spend that on coaching, you can jump right into real estate. I promise you, there's plenty of platforms out there for you to do that. And this is just me going over exactly what I talked about before. There are other ways. There are other ways to do this. So there we go. I'm just going to explain it to you really quickly. Join a RIA. Join your local real estate investment association. And ever since 2020, now we have virtual real estate investment associations. And I'm going to post some links and some resources to that as well. Partner up, partner up by adding value. So if one thing if you're visiting and you're reading this article, you might be able to tap into 15, 30, $50,000. Guess what? That's value. And there will be real estate investors that will appreciate that. All you have to do is show up and say, hey, look, this is what I'm trying to do. Uh, this is the value that I bring, and form a partnership. What do you want to learn? What do you want to do? Do you want to get into wholesaling? Do you want to get into fix and flipping? Do you want to get into creative financing? Those you can learn all of these things, and these RIA groups that I'm talking about, they offer programs for each of these things, and they've been doing it for years. A lot of us just don't know about it because we don't market it so well. But this stuff is out there, and is out there at a very affordable rate. Oh, and this was so when I was writing this article and when I started like a few years ago, I went out and I found me a mentor. I found a mentor immediately and I paid $3,000 for that mentor. But and he was my first real estate mentor. And if you see some of my content here and around around YouTube and just on the internet in general, you'll hear me mention that mentor from time to time. And again, I paid $3,000, but it was well worth the investment. I was poor at the time and I just couldn't afford much and I had to go and I had to dig into my 401k and scramble up that money just to get involved with that mentor. And we were on a 90-day program and he was the key to my success and getting my first real estate deal. I was able to close my first wholesale deal for $10,000. $10,000, and I have been doing great ever since. So, uh, my bonus tip that I want to afford to you is don't offer to just to take people out to lunch. A lot of times you're dealing with savvy investors and savvy business owners, and their time is worth a certain amount per hour. And a lunch just to pick their brain, that's not enough value. So you need to actually find out how you can bring real value to these people. And again, like if you're here and you're reading this article, you're thinking about investing in that Fortune Builders program. Well, guess what? You might be able to invest with that actual real estate investor that's doing live work. And it doesn't have to be all money. It can be, hey, let me help you set up your marketing, or hey, let me help you with property management. Hey, let me help you with managing a contact database. Those are all different ways that you can add value to different people. And the value will switch depending upon what that business owner or that real estate investor needs. But that's a way that you can stand out and offer value to other people. So books, I have some great recommendations. And when you get to this article, I will this will be changed and it will be updated with the books that I recommend for getting involved and getting started in real estate. And books are great. Books are great. However, they won't get you off the ground and running. The more you can be close and intimate with actual people or a group, the better you will be. So I suggest that you get some books, but I want the books to be a complement to you investing in a real estate investment association or coaching or mentorship. So I'm going to post a video to my favorite recommended books for real estate, and there are hundreds, thousands. There are thousands of books out there, but these are the ones that I picked and I selected, and I like these books for very specific reasons. So this is one of the ways that you can learn real estate investing and get familiar with real estate investing. This is a list of some of those books, and you can check it out as you need to. Here we go. It says everything you listed sounds like it will take a lot of time. So, yeah, absolutely. It's going to take time, and all investments either require time or they require money. This is your what you're doing is you're about to start either a real estate business or you're about to get involved in real estate investing, right? So, the cash flow quadrant, right? Robert Kiyosaki, he has that cash flow quadrant, and there are two sides, right? On the left side is E, which is employee, and then on the at the bottom of that left side is S, which is self-employed. On the right is B. B stands for big business, and underneath that B for big business is I. So what you're doing here is you're about to change your life for the better, and you're about to go to that right side of the quadrant. And it's worth you investing either time or money to get over to that side so you can have freedom to invest and be with your family. So yes, this stuff is not get rich quick and it's not get rich overnight. However, it is worth investing the money and investing the time. Just make sure you do it smart and diligently. It's worth it. Uh, the conclusion of this article, I believe Fortune Builders is a great program for people to join. I just don't agree with the price. Uh, One thing about price, and I've learned this over my experience through mentorship, coaching, and marketing, is when people pay a certain price, though, they take it more seriously. So if you invest, and this is part of the issue with our like the real estate education that we provide across the nation, sometimes people invest uh, two, three, $400 for the year. They don't take it seriously because it's not enough money. So one thing I do appreciate about that Fortune Builders coaching program, the 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, 50,000, those marks is when somebody pays that amount of money, they are serious. They are serious, and they are more serious than someone that's willing to pay 400, 200, 300 for the year. So that's one thing that I really appreciate about that program, because anybody that invests that amount of money, they're going to be a very serious person. In conclusion, what I think you should do, what I think most people should do is if you stumble across this article and you're trying to and you're considering getting involved and getting like investing in real estate, I'm going to leave some resources for you. I'm going to leave some resources and I want you to access those resources. So you have some money, you're looking to get involved in coaching or programming. I want you to I want you to check out your local real estate investment association. That's probably at the very least, that's where you want to start. REIA. If you live in, I live in Philadelphia. So I live in Philadelphia. What I would do is go in to Google and I would type Philadelphia Real Estate Investment Association or Philadelphia Real Estate Investment Group. And I would check out some of those meetings that's going on and get involved there. Get involved there. That's a low cost way to start. Okay. And they even have virtual ones. So let's say I belong to one in Ohio. Let's say you want to get involved in investing in Ohio. Do the same thing. You just swap out your hometown for the town that you want to invest in. So get involved and get started in one of those local real estate investment associations. Here's the thing. One thing, you're reading how to choose the best real estate mentor. By the time you're seeing this article, this is going to be updated, and I'm going to include some resources for you to click and access. How to get access to a real estate mentor. Where and in this way, I don't want you spending 20, 30, $40,000 if you don't have to, right? So I'm not saying that there's not a place for that, but I want you to do it diligently, right? I don't want you to end up like a lot of these people that I see and join some of our real estate investment groups. They have spent, they have exhausted all of their money, their savings accounts, their credit cards. They've exhausted it. And now they come to the real estate investment association, the club, the groups where people are actually doing real deals in their local markets and when they're doing deals virtually. So I want you to get involved with one of those groups first. I want you to get involved with a lower with a coaching program that gives you more value and that gives you more success, where you can have more tangible results for less money. That's what I want for you. So I appreciate you being here for me. I understand the video was a little bit long, and this article will be updated with links. This video will be updated with links. All you got to do is access those links and resources, and you should be off and on your way to the races. Okay. So my name is Jerome Lewis, and I appreciate you for sticking with me through this video and through this article. And I wish you all the success in the world if you're going to go out there and become a real estate investor. Real estate investing is not easy, but it is worth every penny to free up your time, to free up your resources, visit your family, start another business outside of real estate. It is worth every single penny. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you on the inside. Bye bye.